Hi guys, the video that I'm uploading right now, as you are watching this, I do apologise about the background of it, is because I've got my laptop on my table and I just wanted to get my thoughts and opinions out this as I woke up. So if I do mess up a few things, I do apologise. If I do easily offend people, I will take it down. Get the pun? But the reason why that really has got to me at the moment, yeah, fair enough. On my wrestling channel, I've talked about obviously the Black Matters movement and obviously all people's matters, etc. I'm not here to cover that once again. I've put a post out on Instagram and a lot of people agreed with me on that. So if you look out for that on my Instagram at KevIKnots, you can actually find it there. I'm not against them. Never have, never will be. I'm never against anyone. End of the day, they're entitled to their opinions. I'm entitled to my opinions. But the main focus on this video is that since all this movement that's been going around the world, obviously with Black Matters movement and everything, the world's gone even more PC. It's already insane as it is, but it's gone to the point where we are losing programs on our on-demand services due to offensive material. But you can't rewrite history. Sad but true. You can't rewrite history what has been going off in this world for the past 50 plus years. You are taking down award-winning comedies. You're taking award-winning movies down because it's deemed as too offensive. Right. This is making no sense whatsoever. This ain't going to change the world. You're not going to change people's opinions on certain things, but let's just have a laugh. Let's just watch a golden classic. I seen last night a few of my American friends share that Gone with the Wind, of all movies, is deemed as too offensive. That's why it's been removed from, I think it's HBO Max in the United States. I would love that. I would love that to come out in the UK. I seriously would, because it seems like a lot of content on there. But now they're retracting that. They've retracted here in the United Kingdom, Little Britain. They've retracted In Between Us, deemed as too offensive. But you can't rewrite history, guys, because it makes no freaking sense. So if you remove this because it's deemed as too offensive, you think this is going to make the world a better place? No, it's not. It's going to be the same, regardless whatever you put up or take down. It's just, you can't rewrite history. I seen this originally posted on Big Paulie's Chats Movies page, or his personal Facebook, like towards obviously the people that collect movies, etc., that talk to him and everything. But the world's gone barking mad because it's too offensive. This is why, in a way, I feel like I would love to subscribe to BritBox to watch the old classics, but I've got them all. But now, someone posted on Big Paulie's page, which is kind of upsetting, which kind of makes no sense in a way, because but it dawned on me that when people have started to sell old classics that I grew up watching on DVD or Blu-ray, if they've got a Blu-ray release, and charging stupid money for them so people could buy them on DVD and Blu-ray, I had to con people. I know how it feels to be conned. I bought an office chair, cheap as chips. It hasn't come. I've got to put a claim in towards eBay today. Obviously, say it's not arrived and all that palaver. I've got to deal with that. But with people gone barking mad because people are too offensive, taking offence, they want to put the DVDs and Blu-rays onto eBay, charge stupid money, and think people are going to buy them. Really, guys? Has the world gone bloody barking mad? But when you look at the thing is, when people say about British humour, yes, it's changed over the different decades. But like I've stressed, you can't rewrite history of what has already been made. This is not going to make any difference. I think this is going to make it probably worse in a way, the world thinking. Because at the end of the day, comedy was designed to make people have a laugh. I enjoy watching comedies. And if these are deemed as too offensive, I can understand where you're coming from, but that was that time period. You look at the likes of, prime example, Love by Neighbour. That will never see the light of day on any on-demand service because it's too offensive. How could it be too offensive? Because if it was that offensive, why would a black man and a woman get involved with a black man and a married black couple get involved with someone who's a white couple towards doing the show if it's deemed as too offensive? This is the problem, where it lies, where the world is thinking at the moment. This is not going to change the way things are, guys. This is going to make it worse. I watched a program online. The only way I'm going to get to watch it is online. It's called The Neighborhood, where a successful woman gets a job as a principal in a school. That she's married to a white guy and got a young child called Grover. They move into a house in the hood next to a black family. Stereotypical names. They named the son after Martin Lawrence and Malcolm X. Some of the stuff on there is very offensive, but I know it's comedy. I know it's sitcom. But will I get, the way the world at the moment, will I get to see a third season? I can see them probably pulling the plug of this show now. But if it was that bad, why film the product stuff like that? Yeah, you could deem it as offensive, but at the end of the day, people know, like myself and whoever's watching it, is comedy. They're not going to change their mind and perceptions of people through the art of comedy. You can't train the naked eye. You can't change people's perceptions of certain people, certain backgrounds and everything. End of the day, they've highlighted that in the show because it's very political at parts. To the part where one episode you've got the white male of the family has his mother come over for Thanksgiving, but she's very out there, sort of in your face, sort of stereotypical racist or racism or whatever. But at the end of the day, like they said in there, you can't change who your mother is. she's the way she is, and that's the way she was brought up and to be. Yeah, parts of it can be quite offensive, but the highlight where it kind of gets that way, sort of way to be too offensive. But it sickens me that we are losing comedies of on-demand services. Yeah, fair enough, we've got them on DVD or Blu-ray, etc. But end of the day, you can't put a coat of paint over the world just by you are going to pee people off, and yet you won't even lower your price of your online subscription because you're losing content because it's too offensive. I'm wondering, deep down inside, I'm wondering whose idea this was, because of this Black People's Matter movement, or is it All People's Matter sort of thing? How could people take too offense to comedy? Because at the end of the day, comedy is like wrestling. And you're thinking, how's that like wrestling? Comedy we use as an escape from reality. End of the day, we use comedy to have a laugh, to give us a break, to cheer us up. Because we know the world is shit at the moment on lockdown, as of this recording, and afterwards. It gives us a break from our jobs. It gives us a break from our families. At the end of the day, you are watching it with your family, granted. If you do that, you do that. Or you watch it on your own. Sorry, I got a fly on my lens. So, when you want to watch a classic, now you have to buy it on a DVD or a Blu-ray if it's too offensive. But these on-demand services really need to lower their prices. I know they're cheap per month. I'm just saying that they need to lower their prices if you are taking off that content and you are not replacing it with other content. Because at the end of the day, the world has gone mad. I'm glad Paulie pointed this out. Put a post on his page. You know? Basically putting up a page about on-demand service, online on-demand services that are removing offensive material. I know the world's gone PC, but it's like when I went to see a stand-up comedian. That's what I don't get now. I think at the moment, the likes of comedies, movies, etc., are so scared to what they write nowadays because they might deem it as too offensive. It baffles me just thinking that. But you think of it in the bigger picture. How PC the world's got. There was one stand-up comedian I've seen last year. Or was it last year? Yeah, last year. He says, I'm trying out new material. I can't use my current material because it's the world's too PC. So what does he do? Puts the mic on the stage, walks off for a couple of minutes just to see if anyone would react to it, and everyone laughed. You know, that's what it is. They say laughter is the best medicine in life. Is it now? You know, I look at some of today's humour and I think, is this the way the humour's gone? Obviously, the guy came back on stage if you want to know. But has this the way the world has gone? So PC, it's just taking away that medicine. that brightens up my day and probably your guys' day. But the world has gone barking mad. Even like I was saying with films. So I look at like some of the old films. Are they going to deem Driving Miss Daisy too offensive? Are they going to deem every film that basically, if there was a maid prime example and she was black in it, like the old style films like the 1930s, 40s, and some of the 50s, etc.? Because if she was a maid, are you going to deem that as too offensive? But people need to realise, to wake up to reality and smell the coffee. That's not going to change the way the world is. We use films, comedy, like I was saying, escape from our reality to enjoy their reality. But you think those comedies, etc., like that, is going to resonate in real life to people that watch stuff to offend them? No. As soon as they come away from that cinema, maybe come away from the TV, etc., having a laugh at offensive material. Gosh, I think the world started going mad when Roy Chubby Brown got banned because he was not PC enough. I can understand where your point of view is on that, but end of the day, I said, laughter is the best medicine, and we're losing that laughter. It sickens me. It really does. The way the world is thinking now is one-track minded. If it's too offensive, to get rid of it. You cannot rewrite history. Why release this stuff in the first place? That's our time capsule, that what we have to represent of that era. Another one, To Death Do Us Part. That'll probably never see the light of day. Keeping Up Appearances. That might not see the light of day. That might be another one that's going to be removed. Because she's too posh. That's too offensive to posh people. Maybe Birds of a Feather's one of them. I'm just thinking of all old comedies that I grew up on the fly. No, not on the lens, but if you know what I mean. Some way or form, they're going to find something wrong with something in this world, and you're never going to put it right for removing it. It's weird to think, guys. It really is weird to think how the world is going. Because stuff is too offensive. It's weird. How can you find certain things offensive nowadays? End of the day, I find this too offensive to find things that are being removed from streaming sites. In my room, I'm going to be opening money up to you guys. I've got Amazon Prime when I watch certain shows. And then obviously I unsubscribe, or I subscribe when the new shows come out, and then once I've watched them I unsubscribe. So it doesn't cost me much. WWE Network. I could easily go through the WWE Network and find old wrestling storylines. Can be offensive, but it resonates today that the way that is, that time period. It's like when people say Vince McMahon's a racist. How's he a racist when he put a tag team belts onto African American males in the rife of racism? That's what baffles me when people say Vince is a racist. That's what I mean. You get that. I've got Netflix in my room. But do you see me getting easily offended with everything in this world? No. I'm offended to the point where you are destroying our history, our legacy. And you're going to cause more uproar than ever before towards anything. You know, I know it's a weird thing to put into perspective, but see it from a consumer's perspective. Like myself, like whoever's got online subscriptions, and they don't have it in their DVD collection or Blu-ray collection, but instead of them picking it up, they go to watch it and it's no longer there. You know, you cannot delete what you've already put in place over the years. You cannot change our culture to the way it suits you and think, oh yeah, this is going to stop racism, this is going to stop etc. No. You got to make it worse for yourselves. I know that sounds a bit dramatic over just films, comedies, etc. Well, guys, listen to me. Any of my subscribers will understand how I feel about this. And it really is grinding my gears to come onto Facebook and see how many stuff has been removed because it's deemed as too offensive. Okay, you might as well remove Bottom because it's too violent. You might as well release the young ones. It's too violent. As of yet, they haven't done that on BritBox or anything. I think it's on BritBox anyway. If it's not, I do apologise. Don't get your hopes up. Because at the end of the day, BritBox was looking appealing to me. But I think the way the world is at the moment, removing stuff, I think we're not going to get that much content on BritBox, but you're still paying the same price. Why? That's all I've got to say, guys. I hope you understand where I'm coming from, my frustration at the moment. You know, once again, I do apologise about the mess. But I thought I'd put this video out before I put my other video that I planned to do today and share my frustrations with this. But end of the day, we can't change the history. We can't rewrite history. But these big companies think they can when they can't. It's already set in stone in your archives. You know? This is the way the world is at the moment. And during lockdown is the worst time to do it. Because at the end of the day, people want to use that escapism, but you are removing our escapism. We don't want to sit around watching the news 24/7. Some people do, I know. But end of the day, I'm glad I've got certain things in my collection. Might be deemed as too offensive towards people. But end of the day, I don't find it offensive towards people. Because end of the day, I've not reacted to what I've seen or heard. But some people do. That's my thoughts and opinions, guys. Tell me your thoughts down below, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video right here on Pacemaker Diaries. Thanks for listening, guys. See you later.